Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Manchester United Return to Glory here on FIFA 20. Right, this is going to be the final part of Season 1. Currently, we are... Ooh, I've just realised this is the Karabakh Cup Final. I didn't realise that. Oh, no. I've just remembered for last time as well. De Gea is injured. We're playing Lee Grant in goal. And we've got Liverpool, who have yet to lose a game all season in the Karabakh Cup Final. This should be fun, eh? Let's attend the press conference. Let's try and get every boost we can get. But this is a chance for us to get some silverware early on. Anything special prepared for this final? Are you playing against Liverpool, your rival? It's going to be a great game. We will rise to the challenge. My boys are already special. Bethel. To put the game beyond any doubts last time, congratulations. Do you reckon Liverpool will be concerned? My lads performed admirably. And there's been some top performances recently. Can your team keep it up? Can your team keep it up? We can do even better. Right, morale is massively high now, thanks to Olivia Solscar's press conference. Right, so we're going to go in this game now then. It's going to be a tricky one. Because say, having Romero in goal, 70 rated goalkeeper rather than a 90 rated goalkeeper is going to cause some problems. Come on, let's get some silverware, please, please, please. We lost 2-0. Goals from Salah and Firmino. Well, it is what it is. We just got to push on now and see what we can get elsewhere. That's disappointing, I must admit. I wanted to do better on this one. We're into the FA Cup 5th round, though. Wan-Bissaka's back from his suspension. I think I do need to potentially... we probably should have kept Romero, shouldn't we, really? It is what it is, isn't it? So, Wan-Bissaka's back in. We'll bring Dalot back onto the bench. Camavinga can come back onto the bench as well in place of Mata. Actually, no, we're going to have Mata on the bench, aren't we, I suppose? I mean, I need to, like I said before, have our strongest team available at this point in time. Of course, last episode we signed these two up. Both have got 85 plus potentials, which is fantastic. So that's good. And now we have this big game against Brighton. In the league, as you can see... it's not in the league, is it? It's the 5th round of the FA Cup. Let's get the training sorted again. Then we want to try and get Young up as soon as we can. Just so we can complete the mission to get a player with a high potential up by 10 stat points. I believe he's already up 5. Let's have a double check in the office. Does it say how high he is? He's at 50%. That's good. Okay, that is good. Right, so let's push on then. Brighton in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Got Man City in our next league game. Hopefully De Gea is back in time for that one. Can we make our way through to the next round of the FA Cup? It's a 1-1 draw. And we won on penalties. Yes, get in. I was worrying with a Lee Grant in goal, still 70 rated goalkeepers. Not ideal, is it really? Okay. So Manchester City upcoming next. There's some transfer offers coming in. We've had some rescheduled matches. Because of obviously getting through to the next round of the FA Cup. Man City's a big game. We can sort of falter their chances of going for the Champions League. Dan James wants to play, but... I don't think I can afford you, mate, to be honest. Usman Dembele is not 100% fit. So we're going to drop onto the bench for this game. Is De Gea back yet? De Gea is back. Oh, thank God for that. Thank God for that. That's a massive upgrade getting him back in the team. Konate's still out injured. Maguire's still out injured. So we still only have the choice of Upamecano and Jimenez or... Twanzabe, so we'll stick with that I think for now. Let's go for it. Another big game. A game where we can sort of force our way a bit further up the league. We don't really want to drop any points. That's the problem because Arsenal are still 7 points behind and we have a game in hand. So if we win this, we can be 10 points ahead of them. If we win this, we can be 3 points underneath Manchester City. So this is big, actually. This is an important game. Be lovely to be able to pull a bit closer and a bit further away at the same time, if that makes sense. But we do actually lose the game 1-0. Disappointing. Very disappointing. Back into the Europa League, though. And we're going to do some more work on Gordon Young. Hopefully hit him up to a 54. He is. That's 6 points upgraded this season now. So we're 60% through completing that mission. It was disappointing not to play Dan James, but we'll give you this game against Frankfurt. Now, Frankfurt's the first difficult-ish opponent we've had in this competition. Let's give Sancho the game off. Let's bring Dembele back in. And let's also give Martial the game off for Greenwood. We'll have a bit of a mix and match in this one then. Just to rest a few. And then Twanzarbe in place of Jimenez, I think. Okay, it should be, again, a strong enough team to beat Frankfurt anyway. It's a two-legged affair. So if worse comes to worse, we have a little bit of leeway. Right. Come on. They've won all their recent games, but of course that's why they've got to where they are in the Europa League. A 3-1 victory. Goals from Dembele, Havertz and Dan James. Nice. And it means we got to rest a couple of those defenders a little bit as well. Player returns from injury. Not quite sure who that's going to be. It's going to be Maguire or Konate probably. FA Cup 6th round against Sheffield United. Let's bring in Rashford, who's back. It's Konate is back. So we'll bring Twanzarbe out. So I'll put Jimenez on the bench and he's still knackered. Okay, I'm going to go with that, I think. Yeah, we'll go with this. We've got Konate available to try and get back into fitness as well. We've done pretty well in the Cup so far, though, to be honest. We've got quite far. We got to the final of the Karabakh Cup, obviously lost to Liverpool. But we're round 6 in the FA Cup now. We're into the quarterfinals then as well with a victory 2-1 over Sheffield United. 2 goals from Kai Havertz. It did go into extra time, though, which is not ideal. Going to knacker our players out a bit more, but shouldn't be a major issue because the next game is Frankfurt and we can rest a couple again. Let's get Young leveled up a bit more. The young Scotsman. Right, so we're going to have a little bit of a rest here. There's another like million also. A million. Maguire's back in training now as well. So this could be a good chance. Oh, we've got Sheffield United in the league as well soon. It's going to be a good chance here then to rest some more players, is it? Or do we want to go all out and get back in this one? I mean, Maguire is on the bench. Let's bring him in place of Mata even. Okay. Sancho can come in and then switch across with Dan James. And then Greenwood could have another game as well. Why not? And then we'll play Dallo in place of Wan-Bissaka as well. There we go. That's a bit better then. So there we go. Of course, we're 3-1 up from the first leg anyway. So as long as they don't get hammered, we're okay. It's a 1-0 win. Goal again from Kai Havertz. Lovely. It's real that business part of the season, though, that where things are starting to get really packed up and it's so difficult. We've got 2 games in hand on Arsenal, who are 1 point behind us. So we've got a chance to pull back to 7 ahead. So we're going to have to go all out now to push hard again. So let's bring in Martial and Dembele. Let's have McTominay in place of Tonali, who's the captain for some reason. And Wan-Bissaka can come in. I mean, I probably could do with... I'm actually going to go for it. I mean, both these players are coming back from injury, so I don't know what they're going to be like, but Jimenez and Upamecano are both knackered, so we do need to protect them as well. Hopefully this is not going to be too risky playing these two. But we do need this win. We need to pull further away from Arsenal again. We don't want to lose this 4th position. Champions League next season is imperative to this rebuilding process. There it is. A 3-0 victory. Another 2 goals from Havertz. 1 from Martial. Havertz and Sancho are really fighting it out to be the top goal scorer this season, aren't they? They're both looking insanely good. Right, Young goes up to a 55. That's 7 stat points upgraded this season for him out of the 10 we need. And he's about 40% up to another one as well. Dimitri Mitchell's leaving at the end of the season. That's fine. As we're coming to the end of March. We've lost one of our young players. Andre Wagner has gone to a different club. Okay, that's annoying. Got another 1.1 million for getting through the next round of the Europa League. Okay, we got to get our youth players back now as well, aren't we? So this is the second month of youth academy players. We've had a nice break here. This is what we needed, actually, just to catch up a little bit. Right, here we go. So youth academy players are in. Monthly reports. So Henry Watson, 75 to 91. 81 to 91. 73 to 87. Yeah, you're just getting lower and lower, mate. You'll have to go and dare. You didn't even sign you in the first place, did I, really? Luke Gillespie, 76 to 94. Ed Rose, 72 to 92. 77 to 91. 80 to 94, which is good. 79 to 93. 70 to 84. You're out, mate. 78 to 92. Okay, well, there's nothing outstanding there. The two players that were already taken up are the two really good ones, aren't they, really? Let's have a look at what the academy's got for us, or the scouts anyway. Andrew Gillespie, terrible. Neil Moran, terrible. Pierce O'Connor, terrible. Brandon Rafferty will take. If he's anywhere near 74, that'd be amazing. He's not going to be, though. Casey Boyce could be 78. He's not going to be, but he could be. 74 to 94. Two pretty good Irish players there, then, both with good current abilities as well. Right, Germany. We've not really gained anything from that knowledge, have we, really? Or that one. Apparently we've not scouted you. Oh, you're the one who's already gone somewhere else, haven't we? Oh. Oh, I'll take you, though. Benjamin Moller, 82 to 94 goalkeeper. We'll have a bit of that. Marcus Kuntz. Yep. No, don't want you either, or you. We'll continue scouting you. And we don't want you. Do we take Richer or Poorer? We'll leave it. We've got one more month. We'll leave it to be scouted for one more month. And then finally, the English scout, 73 to 93, Cameron Collins, we'll have a look at. Brandon Alexander's a no. Lance Hill's a no. Liam Hughes is a yes. Patrick Turner's a no. Liam Richardson, keep on scouting. And Mason Mitchell is a no. So let's have a look at those two Irish players then, because they both have pretty damn good current abilities. Well, they could have good potential current abilities. So it's the two Republic of Irish players. So we've got Brendan Rafferty, who's a right back, 80 to 94, 61 current ability. Was he one of them? And Casey Boyce, 63 current ability. So we never get good current abilities. They had they could have been like up to 78 and 75, I think, and they're both like low 60s. It's annoying, isn't it? It really is annoying. We'll leave those, see how they get on then. Right, but at least we are looking in the right direction. Now we've got a player who is unavailable for this Everton game. Who's that going to be? Is it a bench player? Yeah, Jimenez. Picked another injury. So Twanzabi comes in. Who's getting fitness back then on the bench? I can't remember who it was now. Doesn't matter either way. So there we go. We stick with this team. Let's bring in Rashford. I'm going to bring in Dan James as well, because we've got another big game in a few days' time. So I want to try and mix and match where I can a little bit. For this game against Everton. Again, an important one. We need to keep pulling away from Arsenal, who are again right at the chasing us down. But we've got 2 games in hand on them. 1 game in hand on Spurs as well. It's a 2-1 win over Everton. 2 goals for Dan James, an injury for Upamecano. Our defensive woes continue at this rate. Been terrible so far, hasn't it, really? Gordon Young, let's get you upgraded again. There you go, you're up to a 56. And a good chunk, 50% to a 57 already as well. Which is going to make you 80% of what we need to do then, isn't it? And let's have a look at the injury then. What's the injury sitting at then? Head cut for 1 day, so that's not too bad. Okay, so Alexandro's banned for the next game. We're 80% complete on that, which is good. We should be able to do that one. That's good. It wants us to win that. We're in the quarterfinals. That's good. So we're doing majority of what we need to do, which is good. We should keep our job. We're 84 manager rating, which is nice. Of course, next game then Sandro is out, so Diego Dallo gets another game. Get a lot of football Dallo this season, probably more than he would have expected. Place on the bench then is going to go to Menezes. Let's give you a shot, mate. Why not? And the next game then, so we're going to bring Dembele. I feel bad dropping James, actually, because he scored twice in that previous game. He got both our goals in a 2-1 win. So we're going to play James still in there. So we're looking pretty good at the moment. Then Sancho is up to an 86, as is Dembele and Havertz. Pogba's 89 now. McTominay's 79 as well. So we're getting some good upgrades. Some very good upgrades. Upamecano is back from his head injury. So 4 points ahead of Arsenal with a game in hand, with 2 points beneath Spurs. We could get up to that third position still. There's only 8 games left of the season now. I've done this wrong, haven't I? I think I've done this wrong. I was supposed to do January to the end of March. And instead I've done January to February. So this is going to be a longer video than normal, because we've still got 8 games left this season. So 4-0 win over Brighton. Goals for McTominay, Havertz, James and Rashford. Ousmane Dembele did pick up an injury, which again is not ideal. Hopefully it's just a knock. He'll be back. So we're going to give Young some more training. Didn't really go up that much this week, did he? Saint Etienne we've got in the next round. Okay, we're going to need to start being a lot more ruthless now on who we play in what games. Because we need to make sure we win these games now, because we need to win the Europa League. Okay, so let's do a bit of that. Dembele is going to come off. Sandro is in for Dallo. Okay, is there anyone on the bench we want to... Well, anyone we need to have on the bench? I'm going to put Mata on the bench in place of... Menezes, I suppose. And then Dallo can go there as well. Okay. And done James there. Okay. So I like to have my bench organised a bit, you know, as you do. Quite anal about these sort of things. So another big game then. It is away at Saint Etienne in the first leg. We want to win this cup. We need a win here to do so. It's a 1-1 draw. Okay. So we're taking a 1-1 draw home. It's an away goal. That's good. Game against Bournemouth now then. And we've got another injury, this time to McTominay. So Tonali's going to come back in. And then we're going to bring Cavaninga onto the bench. So we're struggling with injuries once again, aren't we? Definitely struggling with injuries once again. I don't really have much we can change in this game. So we're going to leave it as it is in this one against Bournemouth. Again, it's another important game. We want to try and push Spurs all the way, as well as pulling away from Arsenal as much as we can. That's the wrong button. I pressed up and nothing happened. Like that. I pressed it 4 times now. It took me to do that. Right. Yeah, big game here against Bournemouth. It's a 4-0 win. That's what we needed. 2 goals from Pogba, 1 from Martial, 1 from Rashford. But a straight red card for Konate means he's going to be suspended for the next game in the league, which is not ideal. Come on, Young. Let's get you up to 10 points. Let's get that completed, that mission. Right, that's 9. So he needs to go up 1 more stat point before we can see exactly how good he's going to be. But he could come in useful. But this is the big game now then against Saint Etienne. Transfer, got an injury for David De Gea. Oh, bugger! No! Oh, David De Gea is out for the rest of the season. I sold Romero. I've never had goalkeeper injuries in the past. This is This is bad. This is bad. Wan-Bissaka suspended for the next game. Konate suspended for the next game. Ousmane Dembele is out for 2 months as well. Scott McTominay. Oh my god. Oh. We're in trouble. So De Gea is out for the rest of the season. As is Ousmane Dembele and Jimenez. And McTominay should be back soon, but it's not going to be good, is it? Right, so we'll keep the team. Oh, we can't keep the team as it is because Wan-Bissaka is suspended. How is he suspended? He shouldn't be suspended for this. Is he suspended for this game as well? Oh, God. Right, Brandon Williams it is. Oh, this could be bad. This could be bad. We needed to win the Europa League. We've got a 1-1 draw in the first leg. We need our attack to be good in this game then. Because our defence and our goalkeeper's not looking great. So we need Rashford, Martial, Sancho and Havertz to score more than we concede. It's a 2-2 draw. And that puts them through on away goals. Oh. We're out of the Europa League. We're out of the Europa League. So now we've got to concentrate on the Premiership. And to be honest, it's going to be tricky with the suspensions and injuries we do have. Upamecano comes in. Wan-Bissaka comes back in as well. I just never foresaw an injury to the goalkeeper. I've never had an injury to my goalkeeper in career mode, and then it's happened twice now. Twice. Okay, well, we're going to have to just play our strongest team now moving forward. I can't afford to risk anything because we have to keep this 4th position. We've got 6 games remaining. We can afford to lose 2 of those 6. Aston Villa lost 3 in a row. And we get the 2-1 win. Martial and Sancho with the goals. Oh my god, we needed that so badly. We needed that so badly. We're still in the FA Cup as well, aren't we? Yeah, we're still in the FA Cup. So Europa League have been knocked out. That's just so disappointing to be knocked out of that. So disappointing. Yeah, we have to finish top 4. We're not going to keep our job, I don't think. Spurs, this is a big game. Now, what I did say, I've had this in the comment section down below as well. I did say that I would play 1 game per season. I would pick that 1 game. Once I played it, it was done and dusted. You know what? I'm thinking this is the game we play. Away at Spurs. This is the match I think we play. Because this is going to be difficult. Especially with the injuries we do have. So I think I'm going to play this game. What I'll do, obviously, is I will just show you the goals. I'll play the game and I'll show you right at the end. I'll show you the highlights of the goals of what happened. But obviously with Lee Grant in goal, I don't really want to have to let this one run on its own. Because it could cause us a lot of trouble. It's going to be such a difficult game to play. So we're going to bring in Konate in place of Upamecano. Actually, let's have Konate and Upamecano and we'll rest Maguire for this game. So yeah, I'm going to play this game. So that's the team we're going to be using. And I'll be back with you in a click of the fingers and show you the highlights of how we got on. I should have bloody simmed it. I really should have. I lost 2-0. I lost 2-0. What happened? Well, we had this opportunity in the first half for Pogba. Yeah, spooned it wide. Then in the 63rd minute, they got a goal. Good goal there for Eriksen. Then in the 67th minute, they hit the post. Wow. And then in the 71st minute, they got a second. Son down the left was lethal in this game. He really, really was. And then well, we had a save from Hugo Lloris. I really thought that was going to be a goal, that one, to be honest with you. I felt so good about that opportunity. Havertz touches it to one side, takes a shot, but Lloris was there. And then a yellow card for Conte. Or Konate, even. Disappointing, nonetheless. I thought that would help us out by getting a victory, but no. I lost. I rimmin' well lost. So, hopefully Arsenal lost as well. Man City got a 3-0 victory over Burnley. And we have an after-match interview. I put the team first. Okay, well that seemed to... I thought that would affect Mata, but he was happy with that for some reason. Man United's win streak is over. It's because I played a game. Great. I'm proud of what we accomplished. Man United first a draw and now a loss. We learned a hard lesson. Now we can turn things around and finish the season strong, hopefully. I'm going to have to buy a goalkeeper in the summer, aren't I? A second goalkeeper. We've got Spurs again in the semi-finals of the FA Cup, and I've already played our one game in the season now. So I can't play anymore. I played our one game of the season. What's our team looking like? Do we have anyone else we can bring in to strengthen? Does not look like it. The best players we've got are the ones that are on the bench on the pitch. So we can bring in Maguire in place of Upamecano. But that's about all I can change at this point in time. So let's see if the game can be nice to us. Can we beat Spurs in the... Is it semi-finals of the FA Cup? Oh, it's a 3-1 loss. It's all going downhill. I mean, I hope to God I don't lose my job here, because there's a chance I could lose the job solely because of... Well, I was going to say solely because of De Gea getting injured, but in fairness, it was me who sold our second goalkeeper. So I can't blame anyone else for that. That's my fault, but... Okay, so scouting updates. Okay, they're in. Youth Squad monthly reports. 72 to 86, you're gone. 81 to 87, you're gone. 75 to 93, 83 to 94, 82 to 94, 81 to 94, 72 to 92, 78 to 94, 72 to 90, 79 to 89, you're a goner. 82 to 92, 80 to 90, 79 to 89, you're gone. And yeah, it's not too bad. We cleared a bit of space. There we go. Great with the youth program, which we completed that objective, I'm assuming. Yep, we've done that, so we don't need to worry about that anymore. Okay, we're not on track for the other youth development one. We can't do that. We've not got enough time now anyway. Republic of Ireland Scouts. We're going to scout you a bit further. Barry Murphy's a no. We'll scout you further. We can't. This is the last month, isn't it? Okay. Okay, we'll take Ronan Quinn. And we'll take Brian McMahon. And we'll leave these two for now. That's the end of that month, isn't it? Right, is this the end? It might not be the end, actually. Yeah, because you've been scouted for 3 months. So you're a no. You're a yes. You're a yes. You're a yes. You're a no. And you two are both no's as well. Okay. And then finally we've got England again. We'll continue to scout you further, I think. Ed Roberts is a no. You're a no. You're a no. You're a no. You're a no. And you're a no. Okay, that's not great for England this month, but I'm going to send the scouts off elsewhere now for a little bit of time. So we're going to send them, of course. One of them is now going to be going to Northern Ireland, which is the last of the home nations we haven't scouted as yet. And then the other one can go... Tell you what, scout where you're from. Scout us a bit of Finland. Who knows, we might get the next Jari Litmanen. Right, so we did bring a few new players in. I can't remember who we brought in there, to be honest. Right, it might be this guy. Right midfield, right back. So our academy's looking pretty strong now. We just need to bring a few more up. Like I said, I don't want to bring any up until we know the lower end of the potential is above 85. And the higher end is above 90. That's the normal line, of course, I take. So we're 6 points ahead of Arsenal. Okay. 6 points ahead of Arsenal, 5 points away from Spurs, 4 games remaining. We just need to hold on, don't we, really? We need to hold on as much as we possibly can. Come on, lads. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's a 2-2 draw. Wan-Bissaka and Maguire both got sent off. Oh my god, they're trying their hardest to screw me over, aren't they? They're trying their hardest to screw me over. Oh, okay, let's keep pushing. West Ham next. We do a bit of training on the other lads. We don't really need Gordon Young to go too mad now, do we? So we want to do training on Shaw. And we need him to get good at adapt to tech and scenarios. As well as, is there anything else we can do with him? Dribbling might be an interesting one. That gives him good strength, actually. So shooting we're doing already. Yeah, maybe dribbling is a good one to do. Precision dribbling. Okay, and then next up we've got... It's a centre-back, wasn't it? It was Menezes. So adept at defending scenarios. Let's get that leveled up, as well as... what else can we do for you as well? Race against the clock. Yeah, let's get your speed and everything upgraded a little bit as well. And we will continue on with Young. We'll continue on with the adept defending scenarios as well. And there we go. So we've got a bit of strength up for Shaw there. A bit of attacking positioning as well. So Arsenal lost. We're now 5 points ahead of Arsenal. No, but they won then, didn't they? No. What? We drew. Yeah. They lost. So we gained 1 point. So we could afford to lose 2 of these last 3. Which is not my plan. I don't want to lose 2 of my last 3. Oh. But when you've got this sort of problem with 3 of your best players suspended. Oh my word. We've got 3 players suspended for this one. 3! McTominay. Okay, so we're going to bring on Menezes and Brandon Williams onto the bench as well. No, not. Camavinga can go back on the bench. Okay. So Tonali's up to an 80 now, which is nice. Come on, we get the win here. I think if we win here, we're guaranteed to top 4. Oh, we lost 3-0. Oh my god. We need 1 more win. 1 win does it for us. Arsenal are 4 points behind us now. Just 4 points. And we've got Southampton next. There we go. So suspension's over and all that sort of stuff. So we can bring those players back in. It's a very important game, this one, against Southampton. Again, a victory would see us secure in 4th position and get back into the Champions League. Now, Tonali is suspended. So Pogba comes back in. Maguire back in place of Upamecano, because Konate's an 81 now as well. Lovely. And Wan-Bissaka comes back in as well in place of Twanzebe, who's suspended. So it's our strongest team on the pitch. Will it be enough, though, to get us the win? That's the question. Is that strongest team on the pitch? I can play... I don't really want to play Mata there, do I? No, we'll leave it as it is then. We'll leave it as it is for now. It's just so important, this game. So important. We need a win. Having that 70 rated goalkeeper in is killing us so far. It got us knocked out of the Europa League. FA Cup as well, I'm going to imagine, was probably one of the reasons why. They've lost 3 games in a row, Southampton. Please. Yes! Get in! Sandro, Sancho and Martial with the goals. That's going to secure us 4th place in the Premiership. And we are back in the Champions League next season. And our final game of the season is going to be against Leicester City. Whew. Okay, Leicester City. I feel like we're just going to stick with the same team to be. We'll bring Tonali back in. Like so. Jimenez is almost back, but it's a bit late for that now, isn't it, really? Chong's up to a 69, which is nice. Might get some more use next season. But we'll stick with that then. Final game of the season against Leicester. Away as well. We're stuck in 4th place, and no matter what happens, win, lose or draw here, we stay in 4th. And it's a 2-1 win. 2 goals from Anthony Martial. Okay. It's a strong finish. That was good. We needed that. We needed that strong finish. And that's going to do us pretty well then. So as you can see, we finished 10 points beneath Spurs. We're on 95 points. They had a good season. And we finished 7 points ahead of Arsenal. Lovely jubbly. So let's push forward then. And we can do some more of this training. I keep forgetting to do it, don't I, really? We've got a nice amount of prize money as well. That's Menezes and Young both go up a stat level. I want to train them to a maximum of 70. I don't want to train anyone higher than 70 and then let their natural stats do that. We made a lot of money. 168 million in prize money. Which is nice. So we completed all of the things, our main objectives. Youth development, we completed 1 out of the 2. Brand exposure, we completed. Media earnings through combat. Why haven't we got that? I thought we did that by now. We didn't do the continental success. We did domestic success. Oh, FA Cup semi-final we did as well. That's very good. Okay. So we should keep our job. We're not under much threat. Hopefully they're happy for us to continue on. And next season, we're going to have to step it up to the next level. I think we need to strengthen the squad a bit. We need a reserve goalkeeper, obviously. That's an important one. Husband Dembele is back from injury, as is Jimenez. That's good timing, obviously. We've got Twanzarbi as a defensive backup. We need to bring through some of our youth academy players. Spurs crowned, I'm sure that's FA Cup champions because they only finished 3rd in the league. There we go. So level them a bit more. Who knows? Some of these young lads might get some more football next season. We've got Champions League rather than Europa League, so that's going to be much more difficult games. So we might need some more strengthening. We're not on track to develop a young player. We can't do that anyway. Scout report? Well, I've only got the 1. The other one's a day late now, aren't they? You're a no. You're a no. You're a yes. You're a yes. And you're a yes. Oh. Our academy's full. Okay. Anyone we can afford to get rid of? You've only got a maximum of 90, so we'll let you go. And we are going to get... we'll bring you in. We are going to get a Youth Scout update quickly, though, aren't we? Those players' contracts are going to expire. That's fine. David De Gea's been back. We'll level these up a bit more in the old training. That's Shaw up to a 58, which is nice. Of course, he's got an 85 to 94 potential. He really could be a massive asset for us in the future. Right, there we go. That's right. First of all, youth squad updates: 74 to 94, 78 to 94, 81 to 94, 75 to 89. You're a goner. 75 to 94, 81 to 94, 73 to 91, 76 to 94, 83 to 94, 84 to 94. Okay. 70 to 88, you're a goner. 78 to 94, 73 to 93, 81 to 94, 85 to 91. Okay, you're going up because you've got that 85, and 82 to 88, you're a goner. So we have another couple that we could potentially... I said 85 is my limit, but to be honest, we do need the space, and I think Brian McMahon is another one that can come up. And then potentially... Let's bring up Brendan Rafferty as well. We're going to need the extra strength next season. Aren't we, really? Wow. That is why we sent you to Finland, because straight away, Mikko Anton, 85 to 94 potential. Lovely jubbly. We'll have a bit of you as well, Peltola. You're a no. So not amazing, but 2 pretty damn good players. We'll take that all day long. Next up, our first little run in Northern Ireland brings us Richard O'Byrne, 75 to 94. You're not good enough. 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 And you're not good enough. We've got a couple of good players there, actually. Some very good players. So let's push on. And we'll get another update on those players at the end of this month, will we, I think? I think we'll. Players leave at the end of the season. That's fine. We've got a lot more young, good players coming in. Let's stop that simulation and get this training done before... There we go. We get it just in time. Oh, Ziyech is playing for Man City now, is he? There we go. So Shaw, Menezes, and Young all got up a stat point. So Young's up to a 60 now, so we can see what his potential actually is. Menezes is up 2 points now to a 64. I mean, if we can get him to a 70, he could have some use next season. No, I missed it. Missed it. Players leaving, all that sort of stuff. Anyone interested? No, none of the new youngsters is there. No, I didn't get the extra days training, did I? I missed 1 week. It's not a major issue. Get them all leveled up a bit. Of course, we'll have a look at the beginning of next season. We'll look through the squad a bit more properly. Ziyech gets a Player of the Month award. Boom. I think this is the end of the season. Do we get? I think this is the end of the season now. Menezes goes up to a 65. He's leveling up very quickly, actually, isn't he? He could be very useful for us next season. And we push forward. Is this going to be the end of the season then, I think, is it? We've got a lot of pieces of news there. Yeah, we've got a lot of pieces of news. So do a bit of loading now, isn't it, to load up the end of the year. Hopefully we're going to keep our job. I mean, we look like we're okay. We've got 75 rating. We're not in the red or anything, so we should be okay. I mean, it wasn't the best first season, but it was nowhere near the worst. We did okay. We got in the Champions League, which is the main target. We developed a young player by 10 stat points. We made the sort of money they wanted to brand-wise. We made some big signings. We improved the team. I mean, if it wasn't for the injury to De Gea, it makes you wonder what we could have achieved this season. So yeah, definitely I need to bring in a second goalkeeper. Someone who's happy just to be a backup, because they're not going to play off often at all. Maybe just in cup games. And there it is, end of the season. Right, do I get to look at the news first? I do, okay. Player from loan, lots of players back from loan, which is nice. Because we've got Dean Henderson. We can just use him, can't we, really? Okay, we could use that then. Toby Baker. Love a bit of you. You're a no. Oh, Max Hall, we'll have a bit of you. 80 to 94. You're a no, and you're a no. And you will scout a bit more. Yes, okay. So there we go, the end of the season. I'm going to leave it there because this takes ages to load. So next time we come back, we'll start Season 2. Let's just double check, make sure they'll let us keep our job. Now the season's come to an end. We've had a review. While we didn't achieve all of our objectives, we believe that the overall was satisfactory performance. We hope to do even better next year and feel that you are still the right person for the job. We look forward to working with you again next season. We kept the job. So I will love you and leave you. If you have enjoyed this video, please do hit a like or subscribe if you want to see some more. Next time we'll come back. We'll do a bit of an assessment on the squad we have. We'll buy, we'll sell, all that good stuff. And we'll plan things out. Of course, Champions League football's going to be a lot more difficult for us next year as well. So we need to have a stronger squad for that one. But yeah, I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.